gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory, episode 41. The legends of the series are on the screen right now. Thank you very much for the support. Of course, as always, I messed up that intro, but you know what? We're going to keep going because I've not got the time, to be honest. So, with that being said, thank you very much for your support. If we can hit over, I don't know, let's go for 2.7 likes on this video, that would be absolutely fantastic. Can you imagine it if you could get like a point? So, anyway, I've got a couple of comments to get through. We have, unbelievably, packs to open here because yes, we did some squad battles and we finished where I wanted to finish. We've got our extra foot swap token, which means we'll be able to go and get our 35k pack. I've completed an SBC to get a 50k pack, and then we have a Halloween SBC done where we have a 25k pack. So we've got some pretty juicy packs to open at the end of the gameplay session. Of course, these are the final games of Foot Champs. To be fair, I cut out about, I want to say 4 or 5. 4. I cut out 4 games, and the reason I did that is because I lost all 4 of them. I was on an absolute mad run of defeats. We started off really well in Foot Champs this week, 2-0, and then I just took a massive slump and I lost 3 on the bounce and went 2-3. And then from there on, I did a madness and went to like 14-5 or something stupid. And then for whatever reason, Sunday came around and it just tore me a new one and I could not grab a win. We got 14 wins immediately at the start of the session on Sunday, and I felt good because we had 11 games left. 14 wins with 11 games remaining. I thought to myself, do you know what? Gold 1, massive possibility. I needed to win 6 from 11, which would have been more or less 1 every other, right? Slightly better, but unfortunately, spoiler alert, it just wasn't meant to be. So the top comment, of course, was featured. Now we have the second top comment, which was, how do you avoid FIFA fatigue? Now I haven't read the entire thing, but that's the main crux of the question. He goes, every weekend league I have to squeeze in 30 games into 2 hours on Saturday and through Sunday. What, you have 2 hours to play 30 games? Mate, that doesn't work. After about 10 games, I feel mentally and physically drained. Any tips for this would be great. Love the channel and keep up the great work. And that is from JDB Games and Vlogs. Thank you very much for the comment and the kind words. I mean, I genuinely don't know, because I think it has to come down to your mental state, and if you don't have it, you don't have it. Some people can sit there and play 30 games without stopping. Some, like, I think, is it Tex, F2 Tex? He literally plays 30 games within about a 10-hour window. He just sits there and grinds it. It's done. And some people have got the mental state for it. Other people don't. Sometimes I can play 3 games and I want to put my fist through my monitor. Other times, I can play 10 games and I'm perfectly fine. The difference between someone like me and potentially someone like you is that I'm conditioned to play more games because I am a YouTuber, so it's what I do. So, for instance, I play FIFA literally every day and at least 10 games a day minimum. You know, sometimes 15, 20. So I am kind of used to playing that many games. Not necessarily with the amount of pressure that comes with Foot Champs. That is terrible defending by Skriniar, by the way. It literally just went through his body. And at this point, I was raging because I knew I needed to win these games in order to progress forward to gold 1. We've grabbed one back to make it 3-2 before the interval, but unfortunately this game was not meant to be, despite the fact that I think we even go 4-2 up. Good ball through, Mertens is in, and at that point I thought, right, good, just don't concede from kickoff and we're fine. What did I do? Yep, you guessed it, we conceded from kickoff. This game is so infuriating. But going back to the fatigue question, I don't know if you can get used to it or whether you can sort of train yourself to be prepared for it, because it's all down to conditioning. It's all down to just going through it every weekend, and then eventually you'll get used to it. You know, if you've got time in the week, play games in the week. Even if you don't want to, make yourself play games, and eventually you'll just get used to it. But to be honest, I do feel for people who don't have the time to play Foot Champs, because we conceded 3 goals in extra time there against a player that, okay, he was all over us, but I feel like we had the upper hand in that game. He just wasn't that good going forward. He squandered so many efforts, and we let it slip, unfortunately. So at this point, I started thinking, right, well, I'll just get to gold 2 and then see what we have left, and if there's a possibility for gold 1, I'll keep playing. But gold 2 turned into the target, And we were just playing some terrible FIFA. My defending went out the window. So yeah, as far as that question is concerned, generally don't know. Like I said, I feel sorry for people who don't have the time to play it, because even I struggle to fit all 30 games in over a weekend. But that comes down to the fact that I have Team of the Week predictions to do. I have this Road to Glory to edit and upload. I have other reviews and squad builders and such to do. And, got a life besides. So there's a lot going on. And even I struggle. So I dread to think what it's like for someone who, works 8, 10 hours, 12 hours a day even, and has a social life on the side, and then has to try and fit in 30 games. It's a flawed system. Yes, they've downed it from 40 to 30, which is much better, much more manageable. There's no way I'd be able to play 40 games in a weekend, even if it were for the Road to Glory. But I feel like they need to extend it till Monday evening at 6 o'clock at least. If not Monday at, say, midnight or something. That would make far more sense. Allowing that extra day would be so much better. But alas, I empathise with your issue and hope all the best. And I'm sorry I can't give you any information or any sort of tips really, because it's just not something I know. Now, Just Oleg says, "Hi TVM, loving the Road to Glory. Just a thought, I've noticed you always have about 3 to 5 games of Foot Champs left because you choose not to play them, time for other videos, etc, etc. Why not make a video playing them live/semi-live? That way you can kind of get better doing live comment videos. Also, don't have the normal pressure of Foot Champs on those few remaining games because you will already be at the goal you set." Now, that is a fair assessment of the situation. And I mean, some weekends it does come down to the fact that I just don't have time to play them. This weekend I time managed very, very well, and I had time slots in which I would play games, and I actually stuck to it, which is something that really surprised me because I didn't think I would. Absolutely hammered that guy, by the way. We picked up 1 victory. And before we answer the rest of that comment and we talk more about where we are in Weekend League, Squad Battles. We finished Squad Battles Silver 1, like I said, which is where I wanted to be. There was, it's not anymore because it would have gone, but there's a daily objective for a foot swap player. Now, I didn't see this until Nep posted it on Twitter, and then I saw it and I thought, right, well, I'll get that done. Win 2 games on professional difficulty or higher and score 2 goals in those games. I've worded that horribly, but that's essentially what it was. So I played 1 game on world class and I played 1 game on professional. Got the points needed for Silver 1. Could have easily gone up to Gold 3, Gold 2, but I wanted to 15k packs. We need consumables. Squad fitness is running extremely low at the moment. The next few clips you may have seen earlier in today's video, which was basically me showing my squad off. Now, if you are obviously watching this, you know all about the team, you know all about the tactics and my the way that I feel about the team, essentially. So that video was probably useless to you, and you don't want the plebs getting involved. Basically, you don't want the people who don't watch the Road to Glory get involved on it. But it's just something that I had to do to open it up to the floor to see what other people are doing to get more of a perspective on it. If you don't know what I'm on about, then obviously you didn't watch the video, and that's cool beans. Now, going back to that question, this week I had 1 game left, and I had the time to play it, but there was literally no point playing it because I'd hit where I didn't hit where I wanted to hit, but I actually hit what I hit, and yeah, the extra win wouldn't have done absolutely anything. So with that being said, every week comes down to I set myself a goal. And if I hit that goal, I'm happy. And yes, if I have games left and I don't have time to play them, but I can hit the next tier, it is a shame. But I think what I'm going to do from now on is just time manage as I have this weekend. And it worked really, really well. I played 15 games on Friday, which is not a problem at all. I have the time to do that. And then, of course, I managed to fit in a few games here or there. You know, block of 3 here, block of 4 there. And it was fine. And I'll be able to do that again this weekend. So it won't come down to the fact that I have like 4 or 5 games left and I only need like 2 or 3 wins to go up a rank. It won't happen again. I do understand what you're saying. And I know a lot of people would like to see me play these games live. But unfortunately, I know, like, you know, the more you do it, you get used to it. And I want to be able to commentate and concentrate at the same time. But it doesn't matter how often you do it. If you sit there and you talk over the gameplay while you're actually playing it, you will not be as good as if you were sat there concentrating by yourself, no matter how many times you do it, no matter how good you get at it, you will always be better concentrating. So I feel like, honestly, and I'm going to say this without you knowing where I finish here, and it might be a bit laughable, but I am definitely an elite player this year. I know I am. It's just a case of getting a slightly better team and a better mentality going into the games. That crumble that I had, where I had 11 games left, honestly, if I'd played how I was playing up until that point, for the sort of 15 games previous to that, we would be sat here Gold 1 / Elite 3. You know, it would be that situation where I could afford to lose 2 of those and win 9. If I went 9-2, which, let's be honest, is not that difficult to do, really. I mean, for some people it might be, and for myself, you know, that would be a really good start in Foot Champs, but it's not impossible. That's the word I'm looking for. If I'd gone 9-2, we would now be sat at Elite 3, 23 wins. And there were definitely a few questionable games in there. But as you can see, or maybe you can't see, but I'm telling you anyway, we are now 1 win away from Gold 2 going into this one. 11 minutes in, Firmino pops up, and that is just what he does. He scored a great goal there. Wasn't the best of sides, and I thought to myself straight away, right, this guy has not got the best team in the world. It's a team I need to be beating, and it's a game I need to win, because at this point I had 2 games remaining, including this one. Scored a second on the 25th minute. I was hoping he would rage quit there. He didn't. We ploughed on. I saw a gap. I went for it with Xherdan Shaqiri, who is an absolute goal machine, by the way, and thankfully we got ourselves the all-important rage quit, and we managed to get Gold 2, which, for the Road to Glory, is a new record. I feel, even though I'm happy about it, I'm annoyed by it. Does that make sense? I'm going to bang on about this, but having 11 games left with 14 wins on the table, and then only managed to win 3 of the well, essentially 10, because we had 1 game left, but like I said, there was no point playing it. I feel very annoyed by that. I feel like we should be Gold 1 at least. Gold 1 was my minimum standard at that point. But the crumble was real. That's our foot swap player that we're going to submit for that 35k pack. And speaking of packs, let's go rip through a few. So, into the SBCs we go with Ferocious Beasts. Now, I'm not going to do all of the Halloween ones because some of them are just ridiculous. This was one I was able to do without buying any players. Actually, I'm lying. I think I bought Bender for 1,000 coins. There you go. So, we're going to submit that. That gives us a 25k pack. Not too bad at all. I have got a very, very itchy face. So, that's submitted, and I could have easily submitted these off camera and then just showed you the packs, but in the interest of transparency, let's go to the foot swap deals, because we now have enough players to get that mega pack we wanted. I say I could maybe hold out to get that prime, but I'm not going to have enough tokens. So there they are, all the foot swap tokens we've gathered through October, about to be submitted for a 35k pack. Don't mind if I do. I kind of like the foot swap promo. I wish that they were a little bit more open about tokens that were available. You know, that daily objective one, they didn't mention it at all, and unless you go and have a look at daily objectives, you don't know about it, you know. Hoping the players are better for November as well, because these were just absolutely useless. Those are now, right, the stage you'll be able to submit this around about now, maybe even you're still grinding for that final token. These players are not good enough for nearly anybody's team, you know. I don't put a massive amount of time into this account, so this is an average account for an average player, shall we say, and yet they wouldn't go anywhere near my team. They're not good enough. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Now, let's go and submit the final. I think is it in the icons? I want to say it's in the icon set 1. It is. It's the world class. So this required 8 golds and 3 team of the week players to get a 50k pack. Now, you're looking at this thinking, oh, would you really want to do that? Well, we packed Della Bella the other day, and he's only 10k. So that's a discard player. He is untradeable. We got him in our rewards, was it last week? He's untradeable, so that's irrelevant. And then Andre Silva, again, I packed him a while ago now, but again, he's only about 12k. And then everything else in there is untradeable, more or less. I think maybe 1 or 2 players, like the goalkeeper, is tradable, but they discard value anyway. So we're going to submit that to get ourselves a 50k pack. Now, the way that I'm working this in my brain is that, I mean, look at all those juicy packs. Considering I didn't expect to have anything to open today, that's pretty impressive. The way that my tiny little mind is working this is, if there's an SBC where I can maybe spend, I don't know, 20k to get a 50k pack, or even 25k, maybe possibly 30k, if I've got some things in my club at least, to get a 50k pack, I think I'm going to do it, because if we want to get ourselves an icon, we're going to need to take risks here or there. Now, I don't expect to get anything good here. However, you know, you don't know until you try, do you? So 2 15k packs to open, a 25k, a 35k, and then of course we have the 50k at the end, and then we'll have more rewards on Thursday, better rewards as well now that we've finished Gold 2. 2 55ks, a 25k, more coins, and an extra player choice, which would be pretty decent. So nothing great in the first pack, which is to be expected. We can get rid of all that crap. I'm going to discard Wilfred Boney as well, and we can just stick that into the club. Happy days. We're very close to 70,000 coins. We will definitely hit that here. And just to further confirm, you are seeing a different pack animation to normal. This is the PC pack animation. People saying the PC pack animation is dreadful. Guess what? Console's getting it soon, so get used to it, because this is what you're going to be dealing with every Thursday when you rip through your reward packs. We have, again, another pretty useless pack there, although players to stock up the club isn't... I'm not against it. I'm going to get rid of this, and then we're going to get rid of all that. Oh my god, we got a draft token. That is the rarest thing. That's almost as rare as an icon. I've opened 140,000 FIFA points in this FIFA, and I've not got one of these in a pack. So that is pretty decent. That is probably going to be tomorrow's video then, because we don't have to pay for it. That's pretty sexy. Look forward to some first round knockout rewards there. Right, 25k pack, 35k pack, 50k pack. Lego into the 25k pack. Come on EA, give me one walkout out of these three. No walkout in the 25k, to be expected, to be fair. Give me some boards. Nope, no boards. This better not be an omen for Thursday, because I tell you, if I don't get anything good out of those rewards on Thursday, I may cry. What do we got here? A lot of players. Rui Diaz to be discarded, the rest to be thrown into the club. And I'm going to do 35k, and then I'm going to do 50k, even though they're the other way around. We've just hit 70,000 coins. Not too bad. These are the two you'd expect to get boards out of, right? And maybe even a walkout. No walkout in the 35k. Okay, that's fine. Boards, please. Yes, we get boards. No inform, though, which is... Okay, Alisson. That's good. I like it. That's a very good pull. Nice. Very nice. Don't know how much he's going for these days. We packed him very early on the Road to Glory, of course. That's twice now we've got Alisson. He sold for about 30,000 coins at the time. Can't imagine he's that money now, though. No, he's about 14,000 coins. Yeah, which, I mean, I suppose it's not the end of the world. I could potentially keep him, but in the interest of just making money on this account, I'm going to list him for 6 hours, because I'm actually going out as soon as I finish this. So I'm going to list him for 13.5k. If he sells, he sells. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And the rest of that can be thrown in the club. Squad fitness is what I really need here, so that is a really good thing to get. We get Kepa. We're going to keep Marcano as well, just because he's an 82 and you never know what's going to pop up at 6 o'clock. Discard the rest of those, and now the big boy, the 50k pack. We got Alisson in that 35k. That was good. If we can get something of maybe 20k, 20, 25, 30, something along those lines, that would be really, really nice. Come on, EA. Shine down on me. Give me that walkout. No. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? Are we going to get boards? Yes. It's an inform, which is decent. Uruguayan Cam. Okay, it's going to be Ladero. Is that his name? It is Ladero. There you go. Hey, who am I to complain about that? That's an easy 10k right there. We got anything else in this pack? No, it's just a bunch of stuff we can throw into the club. But hey, you know, that's 10k we didn't have. He literally is 10k as well. Can you bring him on at all? Nope. He's not a terrible player, to be fair, but he's not going to be used, and we'll just discard those. I don't think Bernard actually is worth anything anymore. He used to be, and he's still... I mean, we might be able to get 1,000 out of him. I suppose it would be wasteful for us to sell him, or sorry, discard him, if we could get money out of him. And there we go. Those are the packs done for today. To be fair, I mean, considering what I've spent to get them, I'm happy with that. We do have 3 items that are sold on the transfer list. Those Italians from yesterday. 1-3, 500, and another 1-3 there. Get rid of that. If we can sell Alisson, and obviously Bernard, we'll be very close to 100k even before rewards come out. So if we were to take all the coins that we were offered from rewards, we could be on 240-ish, which, you know, well, maybe slightly less than that, but, you know, 200k plus at least, which is not bad. And then we got packs to open as well, so there are options there. We are still on the tail of rank 1. I've still got a lot to do, but we're close enough that I feel confident we can hit it, you know. And as I keep banging on about, if I do decide to take the coins, I don't think I'm going to take untradables now. Untradables are out the window. I was going to and fro, but I think I've knocked that on the head. I'm going to play some more rivals tonight, tomorrow, just to stay on top of this, just to keep it myself into rank 1. And we're either going to take the coins or we're going to take the packs. At this moment in time, I am thinking coins, but we'll have to wait and see what happens and what my mind does when the option pops up. If you've enjoyed this episode of The Road to Glory, do me a favour and smack the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.